A was officially correct, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a brand new buff dropping in the game for Clotted Cream. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations, and in today's video, we're going to be diving back into the brand new notice they just dropped earlier today in the game, talking about Clotted Cream's buff. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here reading it word for word because it is a ton, and I mean a ton of stuff to read. Instead, I'm going to be paraphrasing here and just discussing the things that are very important that you guys need to know. The first one here is going to be the display issue and how it is going to be fixed, where essentially we should be able to clearly see that his basic attack hits twice. Previously or currently as it is right now in the game, it does not show that. They actually line up in the exact same spot. Therefore, when it hits twice, we only see the damage counter as one instead of seeing both of them. So once they fix this in the game, obviously we're going to be able to see that it is hitting for 2 different times. And then now the second thing here they're going to be making adjustments on, and that's going to be the skill range. As you can see here, it basically talks about the skill not reaching the opponents in certain situations. So currently right now in the game, Clotted Cream in certain situations is not hitting every single enemy. So again, if you happen to use a Light of Cage on a cookie, another cookie, applies knockback or some sort of pushback mechanic, then it'll obviously push it out of Clotted Cream's range, thus reducing the damage that he is doing because he's not hitting everybody. But as you can see here, they're essentially changing that range from an 8x6 to now it's going to be a 12x6, effectively increasing the range for Clotted Cream, which again, in essence, is going to allow him to do more damage. He's going to be way more efficient because he's going to be hitting at a larger range, thus hitting pretty much everybody across the board, whether they've been knocked back or not. So now the third thing here that they're going to be talking about and adjusting and making changes to, and that's going to be the inconsistent damage provided by Clotted Cream's skill, or aka the ability of it being dispelled. As you can see here, they are now making the change. Light Cage will be changed to become an effect that cannot be dispelled, which is absolutely insane. This is going to be a massive buff for Clotted Cream because essentially it can't be dispelled. Thus, anybody that's inside that cage is just going to be inside that entire cage for the duration and take all of that initial damage. And not only that, it also means that Herb Cookie here cannot dispel off the cage or cleanse the cage, alongside the Monocle Treasure also not being able to cleanse it. Again, just a massive buff for Clotted Cream. And then the second part here of this exact same change, and that's going to be a portion of the extra damage inflicted upon the Light Cage target will be changed to true fixed damage. And for those of you guys that don't know here, this true damage is very similar to Sorbet Shark's skill providing true damage, which essentially means that extra damage that is true damage is going to be ignoring the defense of whatever you are attacking, which is absolutely going to shred in the arena. As you can see here before, we've got the Light Cage extra damage is going to be 109.9% damage relative to the max HP, and then after the change is going to be Light Cage extra damage is going to be 89.9% damage relative to max HP, plus 20% fixed damage relative to the max HP. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, even though it's only a 20% additional amount of damage that is now true, it's going to make a massive difference because once again, it ignores defense. Now, the fourth change they're going to be making here for Clotted Cream, and that's going to be adjusting the position from where Clotted Cream is placed. So essentially here, Clotted Cream at the current moment of the game is a frontline unit. You might not have even realized that because most people are running, 2 tanks in the front line that already take up that position, thus pushing him to the middle line. However, though, he is technically a frontline unit. Well, after this update or basically revamp on Clotted Cream, they're officially moving his position from the front line to the middle line, thus allowing him to survive a lot longer and take less damage. And if that wasn't already enough, moving his position to take less damage, they're also applying, as you can see here, in order to prevent excessive damage being inflicted, Clotted Cream Cookie will receive a damage resistance buff when casting his skill to help improve survivability. So now, on top of having his position moved from front line to middle line to obviously prevent him from taking too much damage, he's also now getting another buff that's going to be applied to himself, buffing his damage resistance when he utilizes his skill. absolutely gonna be broken. And then the last but not least here we got, that's gonna be the skill description change. As you can see, this is the skill description prior. We're gonna go ahead and scroll down here and show you that this is gonna be the brand new skill description. We've got obviously the periodic damage is gonna be 22 ticks for 1.4 seconds. The total damage is gonna be 308.5%. The light cage damage is gonna be 189%. We've got the light cage duration is going to be 4.8 seconds. The light cage extra damage is now going to be broken up into 2 parts. We've got the cookies is going to be 89.9% damage relative to max HP, plus the 20% fixed damage relevant to max HP, and then a stun for 1.3 seconds. The next one we've got, that's going to be other enemies outside of cookies, aka, you know, the world expiration. It's going to be 1.3% damage relevant to max HP, plus 146.9% damage and a stun of 1.3 seconds. And then last but not least, we've got that buff that's going to be the damage resistance buff by 17.5% for a total of 8 seconds. And I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, man, this 17.5% damage resistant buff for 8 seconds is going to be absolutely insane in the overall arena, man. 8 seconds by itself is already huge. That lasts a very long time in an arena match. And then secondly here, that's a base value of 17.5%. Can you imagine even just stacking, you know, 6% substats of damage resistance on any topping set that you apply on him is only going to make him that much stronger and harder to kill in the overall arena. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the video for today, man. As I already told you guys in the past, I knew it, man. I absolutely knew that Clotted Cream was going to be getting a buff at some point in time. He was very underwhelming for a lot of the community. Devsisters listened to the community and their feedback. Obviously, he had some additional skills and everything like that that were also having issues. So all in all together, we're going to see a massive buff come out for Clotted Cream as early as tomorrow. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down below, man. I'm always very curious. Do you think Clotted Cream is going to be climbing up now officially in the overall meta? With that being said, as always though, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related as I cover it all. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.